This is Unity Joy of Life. I'm Nancy Norman, and this is your weekly wisdom. I have an affirmation that I affirm for myself quite frequently. This affirmation wakes me up and allows me to become more clear about what life is all about. So my favorite affirmation, or one of them, is I am divinely irresistible to the highest and best good. To my highest and best good. I'm divinely irresistible to my highest and best good. It reminds me that God created all of us. He has a plan for us, each of us, and He created us in His image and likeness. And the plan is for us to live a happy, whole, magnificent, joy-filled, prosperous, successful, happy life. Where did we get the idea that life was supposed to be a struggle? Where did we get the idea that life was hard, that it's a trial? I don't know where we got that idea, but you know what? I think it's time for us to release those self-defeating old negative ideas that are not serving us, and remembering that we are divinely irresistible to our highest and greatest good. So we can make a decision, and we can decide to release all of those self-defeating negative ideas and thoughts and beliefs that we've held that have made our lives hard. We can release those false ideas that life is a struggle, that life is hard, that there's lack and limitation. We can release that right now and know that God loves us. In fact, God loves you and God cares for you. And God is a source of all of your good. God is a source of all of your good. You can make a decision right now and decide to be free from all of the ideas of lack and limitation. And in their place, we can begin to give thanks and affirm prosperity and abundance and happiness and health and prosperity and perfect self-expression. When we do that, lack and limitation, poverty, we're saying goodbye to them. Lack, limitation, poverty are no more. Now, there's another affirmation that I find very, very helpful, and that is, God is my instant, constant, abundant, inexhaustible source of supply. God is my instant, constant, abundant, inexhaustible source of supply. And that supply will fulfill my every need, or meet my every need. And when I affirm that, I affirm it oftentimes out loud and with feeling and with conviction and with boldness. I affirm it with boldness. God is my instant, constant, abundant, inexhaustible source of supply. It is a wonderful, wonderful affirmation for prosperity. If you're feeling like there's not a lot of prosperity in your life right now, start with this affirmation. God is my instant, constant, abundant, inexhaustible source of supply. There is supply to meet my every demand and my every need. Now, there's an old saying that says, what we focus on grows and expands. So when we focus on God is our instant, constant, abundant, inexhaustible source of supply, guess what happens? That idea expands, and we begin to see more prosperity, more abundance in our lives, in our world. So there's a supply for every good. There's a supply for every good. There's a supply to meet our every need. When we begin saying that we're divinely irresistible to our good, then we're focusing on what we want, and that grows and expands. That grows and expands, and we're preparing for success, for prosperity, for happiness, for the joys of life. What we prepare for, we will experience. So when we prepare for success and happiness and joy and abundance, we will experience it. We will experience it. Now, sometimes we can't see that good. We can't see it right away. And I want you to know that we must continue affirming and moving forward, expanding our consciousness to accept the greater and greater and greater good. And even when we can't see our desire, even when there's not even the slightest sign of it, it's important to continue affirming, preparing, and knowing that God is supplying our every need. And we need to do so with faith and with conviction and speak words of gratitude, even if we can't see it, because it's on its way. It's on our pathway. It's on our pathway. We need to know that there is supply for every demand, and that we are now open and receptive to our greater and greater good. You are divinely irresistible to your highest and greatest good. God bless you, and have a fabulous, fabulous week.